Hi, and welcome to Telly Talk. I'm Liv.
And I'm Ben.
And on this episode, you'll hear our carefully considered and not at all random thoughts on a show we like. There will be spoilers.
We're giving ourselves an age rating of 15 and above, but you're welcome to make up your own mind. Listener discretion is advised. It's death, but in paradise.
And so it's fine.
Yes, if you're going to die, die in paradise, because that'll make a difference. You'll be warmer.
And happy.
More laid back.
Yeah.
A very easygoing death.
Yeah.
Well, that was something. It's episode 2 of season 15 of the BBC's Death in Paradise. We're going to recap it, aren't we, Liv?
We sure are.
Hell yeah.
Episode description, please.
A couples therapist is found drowned at sea off the coast of her exclusive retreat. And Mervin gets more than he bargained for when he tracks down his wayward brother.
Oh yes, on the side quest.
Side quests, yes.
I don't know why it's funny. I said it a lot last episode.
I know, but there's just something about it. I'm like, okay.
Well, this episode we have the therapist, who is the victim.
Yep.
And then 2 sets of couples are our suspects.
Yes, I've divided them into older husband and older wife, and younger husband and younger wife.
Okay.
Just to make it a little bit easier.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because if we go by names, we're not going to know who the heck we're talking about.
Yeah.
And there's also Antoine Mousset, the newspaper man.
Oh yeah, he's side quest though. Not very important.
No, but he's still there.
Well, should we talk about the side quests
Yes.
first? Because he has written an article about Selwyn.
He has.
A damaging article.
Yeah, very much a hit piece.
Yeah.
This
Selwyn
guy-
is not impressed.
Yeah, it's like Commissioner swans back to the island and makes everything chaos.
Yeah, and it seems like there's been a long-running feud with these guys. Of course, this is the first we've heard of it.
I think we've met this guy in a previous season sometime.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. That was intimated.
Okay.
But probably again as a side quest character.
Well, Catherine helps Selwyn to see that the article is actually correct.
Perfectly
and
valid,
what's he
yeah.
going to do about it?
Yeah, bro, you're the problem.
So then right at the end of the episode, Selwyn meets up with, what'd you say his name was?
Antoine.
Meets up with Antoine and he's like, yeah, you're right. And I'm going to prove to the people that I do care. And then Antoine's like, oh, well, now my article's shit.
Well, you see, I don't know that it is. He can still run it, people will read it, include the thing, and you just tweak it a bit, and he's got an article. I feel
That's
like
what I thought.
Yeah.
I didn't see what the big deal was,
Yeah.
but he seemed to think it was dead in the water.
Yeah, he it really pissed on his chips, didn't it?
Yeah. So his article's been murdered, and
That's the end.
and also an actual person's been murdered.
Means with contrition, opportunity was with words, and the motive was redemption.
Yeah.
Yeah, done.
All right.
Key evidence, the article.
Another side quest was what's his name?
Solomon,
No.
the brother?
No.
No, okay.
I was I was going to talk about Officer
Seb.
Seb. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you just going to go, that person, I throw out names until I get it
Until
right?
you get the right one. Yes, that would be very helpful. Thank you very much.
Officer Seb.
Well, he's obviously settling in with Matty, his new sergeant, and he mentions his fidgety brain, which we hadn't really heard too much
It's
about.
such a fun phrase.
Yeah, I don't like it though. I wish he'd just say it. I wish he'd just say ADHD.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
We all know what you're talking about.
But he has a heart-to-heart with Matty, and we find out that she left Jamaica because of a complicated situation with her ex.
True. Yeah. So they have a bit of a sharing moment, don't they?
Character development.
Yeah, and then they support each other and it's all lovely and
Huzzah.
stuff.
Yeah. She doesn't chase anyone much this episode.
No.
She drives after Solomon.
Does she?
No, Naomi
I was
drives
gonna say,
after...
it was Naomi.
Oh, I thought I'd done such a good link and it's all
No.
ruined. But yeah, Solomon, as we're talking about
The
Solomon.
third and final side quest.
Yeah. Mervin gets some of his mates back in the UK to track his phone to find out where he is.
Yeah, I don't think that would actually work in real life.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, that's totally our jurisdiction.
Yeah.
We can just track his phone.
No problem.
A foreign national, not under our jurisdiction. It's fine, there's not any international laws broken or anything. But for you, Mervin, sure thing.
And he tracks him down and he goes, "Oi, I want my stuff back."
While he's chatting up some leddies.
Oh, yeah.
And then
he gets thrown in the pool.
he shoves him in a pool and runs.
That was good.
Forgetting that Naomi has a car. Which is infinitely more stamina fueled than a slightly chubby man. And so they catch him and he's like, "Oh, you want your stuff back? But I needed the money because I'm in debt to a bad guy."
Yeah, which Mervin does not seem to care about.
Doesn't give a shiny shit.
No.
Give me my stuff
I just
back.
need my clothes.
To be fair, if you suddenly had no clothes...
Oh, because he was wearing that hat. I love Sam Marie.
Yeah, because he's...
And Naomi says to him, you can't wear that to a crime scene. Someone's just been murdered. It's got I love Sam Marie on the front. So he turns it round.
In a scene that I would replicate, I'd be like, yeah, that's sorted.
Now it's at the back. It's fine.
He loves his bucket hats, but
He
his
does.
one specific bucket hat.
His green one. Khaki. Anyway, Solomon takes him to, I don't know, the pawnbrokers?
No, it's a fence.
A fence?
Yeah, a fence is a name for someone that deals in stolen goods, Liv.
Oh, right.
I'm surprised you don't know that.
Why would I
The
know
amount
that?
of crime shows you've watched.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There'll have been fences on things like Elementary and stuff, I guarantee you.
Well, why is it called a fence? Is it because they're on the fence?
I don't know. I haven't looked that up. I didn't think it would be an issue.
Or is it just a shortened version of offence?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
But it's not that.
Right.
I don't know what it is, but I know it's not that.
Okay. Well, she chucks hot sauce on them both.
Yeah.
On Mervin and
then they
Solomon.
laugh about it.
Yeah.
We both got embarrassed.
And then at the end, Solomon gets all his stuff back for him.
But he's leaving the island.
Yeah. Bye.
And he's like, yeah, this didn't work out. I don't want a policeman cramping my style.
Yeah.
And boo-hoo, I'm sure that'll be the last we'll see of him. Anyway, on to more cheerful things. The murder! For there is one, and it wasn't just that article.
No, so the premise of this
This should be good, getting you to recount it off the top of your head.
Yep, I'm very good at this. So, there's a lady,
Yes.
and she is a couples therapist, and she runs a couples retreat. And we see her first making some audible notes on tapes.
On a little dictaphone.
Yeah.
On little cassettes.
And we think, hey up. She's going to be the one that dies.
Why are we suddenly Sean Bean?
I don't know, it just felt right.
Okay, cool.
Anyway, so then you see her talking to the couples, and they're sitting down to have their dinner, and she's going off for a swim. She goes to the beach, puts all her stuff down, and goes into the water for a swim.
And I'm sure she will be fine, despite the fact we've called her the victim.
Yes, and then the next scene we see is, I guess,
The husbands.
the police.
The husbands are
Oh.
walking on the beach.
The husbands walk on the beach. This becomes a moot point because it never gets brought up again.
Yeah, they're having a drink, complaining about their ladies.
And they see her stuff like, oh, she can't still be swimming because it's dark now. And then we see people with her body on the beach.
Well, first we see her body floating face down out at sea.
well-
Cut to the title, and then we
Yeah.
sing.
You sing.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
And it turns out fishermen had found her body and brought her into shore.
She was 100 yards directly offshore from her stuff.
Yeah.
Like she'd swum straight out to sea and then just
Drowned. But she has some marks on her shoulders and her neck that indicate murder. And in fact, that's why the police have been called, because the first responders have declared it a murder.
Yes. So the couples therapy retreat is called the Idyll.
I don't think that's important.
It's just quite a nice name. I thought that was a good idea. And apparently it is established very early on that she goes for that same swim at the same time most days.
Yes.
So I'm very clearly going, someone would know what she was doing.
Everyone knows where she's at.
What I've learned from these shows is be deeply unpredictable in everything you do, and you won't be murdered. Probably.
Yeah.
Unless it's
or no one will find you. You will be murdered, but you'll be gone.
Or it'll be
forever.
a chance encounter. So you're always going to get murdered.
Yeah.
Especially if you live in Midsummer or San Marie.
Yes. Very dangerous places.
So they immediately decide that it can only have been one of the members of the couple she was therapizing.
Mm-hmm.
There is no one else in the world that could possibly have killed her.
No one else has a motive
That they know of.
that they know of. They don't
Also,
try
have
it.
they not heard of any just deranged killers?
Mm.
Or whatever. So yeah, if again, judging by the results, it is one of them four. Spoiler alert. And the means was drowning.
Yes.
Water in the lungs.
Yep, and it was salt water. I don't know if they do that, but it clearly was.
Yeah, and she has the marks on her neck and shoulders that suggest she was held under the water.
Yeah.
The opportunity is the tricky part.
Mm-hmm, because every member of the dining party left the table, but only for 2 or 3 minutes max.
And individually.
Yes,
it's so hard to... I found this really hard to articulate. They all left the table... Separately at different times for at most
Throughout
3
the meal.
minutes at a time.
Yeah.
To get, like, glasses or go for a smoke or whatever.
Go for a wee, I'm sure.
Yeah. You know, all of the fun stuff.
Yeah.
But fortunately, they've got CCTV pointing right at their table.
Yes, so they know exactly who leaves when, how long each individual was gone for, and that they all return bone dry.
Yes. So, because they're like, how could they possibly have got 100 yards out to sea and drowned this woman without at least getting a touch damp?
Yeah.
So I think that might come into it at some point.
Yeah.
Motive. So this is where we delve into a little bit more detail person by person, right?
Well, it starts with them going through the tapes, does it not?
Well, yes. So we start off by, in those tapes, that shows that the young husband admitted to the therapist that he'd had an affair with his wife's sister, which is a big no-no, generally, in life.
Yes.
Certainly in a marriage. Seems like a bad plan. But he hasn't admitted that to his wife. And apparently, where they interview him about this...
Well, hang on. They also, in the tapes as well, she talks about a secret. Someone's not being truthful, and if I can coax that out, then
it'll be devastating.
Then it will be devastating. And then they find out this information about the young husband, and they're like, maybe that's what she found out. But that doesn't make any sense, because she already knows about that.
Yeah, she doesn't suspect it's a secret. She knows damn well it's a secret.
Yeah.
And he says that it really upset her. Like, in a way that a therapist shouldn't really get upset. Yeah.
His wife does not know.
No, and she is insistent that he needs to tell her. And he's like, I'm not really keen on that. And they were like, so you killed her? And he went, no.
Yeah. So, because they have couples therapy, but then she also provides individual therapy to them to support the couples therapy.
Because their couple is, like, they have intimacy issues.
Yes.
Around guilt. He has a lot of guilt and
But
anxiety.
he won't tell her why.
Yeah, so she just... Yeah,
and they haven't had sex for 18 months.
Yeah. Which is more information than I required this episode. But there you go.
Oh, okay.
So we then find out that his wife, the young wife, has had a meltdown and disappeared. He can't get hold of her. And Selwyn finds her crying on a bench.
Yes. And Naomi goes to talk to her.
She goes, do you think maybe I should talk to her?
Yes, I agree. Well
Mervin's
done, Naomi.
bedside manner not so good. Yeah. And turns out she does know.
Yes, because the therapist got drunk the night that she found out about this.
Yeah.
And the young wife helped her get back to her room.
Yeah, because she went for a walk on the beach to sort of just chill out for a bit, bumped into a drunk therapist, and I'm like, this is getting complex and unprofessional.
Yeah, walked her home, helped her get onto the sofa, and then the therapist said something.
She said, I was cheated on by my ex in the UK, and that's why I moved
That's
here.
right.
And it was devastating, and you're too good for that to happen to you. And so the young wife is like, that seems oddly specific.
Yeah, and then she sees her notebook. So she obviously writes written notes and makes audible notes.
I'll give her this, she's thorough.
No, that's not realistic.
Plot hole!
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're not going to be like, oh, she saw the cassette and
listened to
for
hours of... Yeah, no.
So the implication is that the therapist had no memory of this afterwards, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So she doesn't let on that she knows to her husband. She just sort of processes it, I guess, and then has a meltdown going, oh shit, that's really bad.
Yeah.
So, therapy's going well for them.
So the team have now spoken to
The young couple.
both people in the young couple.
So we then move on to technically they talk to the older couple together, but it is focused mainly on the older husband to start with.
Is it?
Yes.
What were they saying?
So they found out by background check and everything that their 17-year-old daughter died 5 years ago in a hit-and-run accident with a female driver.
Yes.
But the driver was never caught.
And they suspect that driver might have been the therapist because she left 6 weeks after that
But that
incident.
gets paid to when they find out that her partner cheated on her.
That she left because her partner cheated on her, yeah.
But what they find odd is that there's, in all of the 10 cassettes that are dedicated to this older couple, not a single mention of their daughter is made. And they're like, that seems like that would be the thing you hear for therapy on, right?
Yeah, and the wife, I think, says, I don't remember anything.
Yeah, and the husband says, we just don't talk about it because it's too painful.
Yeah.
And that's how they go, like, yeah, that's why. And then they move on. And that's kind of it for the older husband, really. We then kind of learn a bit more about the wife, the whole not remembering thing.
Yes, well, how do they find details of the hypnotherapist?
Well, the hypnotherapist contacts them.
Right.
And he reaches out to say, I heard about the death.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting because I was consulted by the therapist, the victim, because she wanted advice on regression therapy for the older
Retrieving
wife.
a memory, yeah.
Because the older wife has started to get feelings of guilt around her daughter's death. She doesn't remember anything, but she feels guilty about it, which is uncomfortable to say the least, I'd imagine. And so, in a strictly off the records thing, she'd booked in for the hypnotherapist to come and help do some regression hypnosis to see if she can unlock those memories.
Yeah.
And so they go, maybe that's why.
Female driver, missing memories. We think
It might be the wife.
that might be the wife. So they go and chat to her. And the wife seems quite open and she says, look, if I did something,
I want to know.
I want to know. I want to try and make it right. I want to atone. I need to fix it.
Yeah.
So she agrees to have the hypnotherapy.
Because she's like, I wouldn't have killed her because she was doing what I wanted. She was supporting me and trying to figure this out.
Yes, yeah, she had no motive to kill the therapist.
Yeah, and so that's kind of like motive-wise where we leave off before the solution. So there's a few bits of additional evidence that we haven't necessarily touched on.
Like the ping pong ball.
The green bingo ball, which
ball.
is a ping pong ball
with a number on it.
The number 18.
I thought it was 13.
13, irrelevant. Oh yeah, 13 because they both say unlucky for some.
Yeah.
Yeah, 13. So that went well. But yeah, that's that. They find that on the beach where her stuff is, and they're like, "That's weird." And it's that classic bit of evidence where Mervin's like, "This is important." Everyone else is like,
Matty wanted to throw it away.
They're all like, "What are you doing?" And at this point, I'm like, surely everyone should be like, "He gets it."
And actually, though, as it turns out, the ping pong ball, bingo ball, completely irrelevant.
Not completely irrelevant.
I think it is.
No, it's not.
Right.
And we'll explain it in the solution because it's pivotal.
I don't think it is. I just don't agree.
I mean, they're using it to try and cover over what is a stunning bit of luck for the murderer. So apparently the victim was distant and distracted on the walk to the beach that night because she was on the phone to her mum. I don't really know why that plays in particularly, but there you go. And the Mervin, just before we find out the big reveal, he orders a toxicology report and wants to speak to either a fisherman or an oceanographer.
Yes.
So, do you want to, in your own words, Liv, recount to us what happened?
I do.
And I will interject with additional facts where you leave them out.
Okay. So, you may have guessed this already.
It was a seagull.
If you've already seen it. The older couple man, what are we calling him?
The older husband.
The older
older couple man. Let's go with that.
He did it.
Yeah, he
It
did
was
it.
him. So he made an excuse during dinner Well, I suppose earlier in the day,
Okay, well, here we go.
during his therapy session...
For he had the last individual therapy session of the day.
Yes, he spiked her drink with
his
his wife's sleeping pills. If you're going to let me do it, you have to let me do it.
Sorry.
So she's now extra drowsy. He then goes to dinner like nothing happened, makes an excuse at a point throughout to leave the table for 3 minutes. He goes to his bungalow, which happens to be on the beach. All the others are a bit further up the island, but his is right there. He finds her washed ashore, drowns her,
No.
and then shoves her back into the ocean.
That is not what happened.
Yes, it is.
No. Okay. So that was one interpretation, but let me with my notes that I took copiously, and this is why I take notes.
Yeah, but I know what you're going to say.
Do you?
You're going to say that she felt herself getting drowsy while she was swimming,
Yep.
so she swam to shore.
Yep.
But that could have happened anywhere. It didn't have to happen outside his bungalow.
I know. That's very lucky for him.
Plot hole.
So yeah, because they thought she was swimming out to sea and back, but
Who does
actually
that?
she swims along the shore.
Like everyone would.
And the implication is that she got drowsy and so swum to shore and then collapsed unconscious on the beach.
Yes, then he pressed his fingers into
her
her shoulders and neck.
As a decoy.
As a decoy.
And then flopped her on her face and shoved her out to sea.
Yes.
Somehow remaining dry and not covered in sand.
Yeah. And no splashes from the water.
He knew, having chucked the ping pong ball, you've done it to me, the bingo ball into the water to check where the tides would take her, to make sure she wouldn't just get...
or something.
Yeah, he'd found, because it turns out the resort used to be an over 60s resort, for that's the only reason bingo would exist there.
And he wore gloves to retrieve the ball from the little spinny thing.
And he was basically checking to make sure it wouldn't just wash her straight back out. But what it did was wash her body back to where her stuff was. And he pushed her out face down, so he did the murdering. Why? He
let the sea do the murdering.
He's an idiot, because if he hadn't put those marks on her neck, they'd have been like, oh, she just drowned. So,
yeah.
like, he deliberately made it look like a murder. Stupidly.
Yeah. And also, what was the point of the bingo ball?
So that he'd know that it wouldn't just wash her straight back to where she was murdered. He thought it was going to wash her back out to sea. But what they said was, because it was lighter, it washed out and then came back in a few days later.
And so the idea would have been that her body would have been washed out to sea, but the fishermen found her.
Yes.
Right.
100 yards, exactly perpendicular to
it's all just luck. And I just...
Yeah. And again, how did he shove a whole actual woman far enough into the water that she would float away and not get wet or sandy?
And also, coming back to this bingo ball,
Yep.
he must have done that in advance by at least a day.
A couple of days, I think.
So, this is very much preempted.
Oh, premeditated.
So, also, when did he realise that she was going to help his wife to uncover that he was in fact the murderer of his daughter?
That's a hell of a point, yeah. Plot hole. This is actually a plot hole.
Yeah. Because and his motive for doing this is that the therapist is going to help his wife to remember that he killed his own daughter.
Also, what would have happened if she'd have passed out on the beach, not in front of his bungalow?
Exactly. Or if she passed out before she even got to the water.
Yeah. Basically, he's a moron.
Yeah.
But it turns... So the reason that he's trying to prevent this, I don't think we've said, is that he was the hit-and-run driver.
I've said it twice.
Oh, have you?
You can't... You're not listening to me, Ben.
I'm sorry. But yeah, and his wife had repressed the memory because she saw him cleaning blood off the front of his car because he was drunk.
Yeah. Sad. So now he's killed 2 people.
Yes.
His therapist and his daughter. In fact... Yeah, his daughter first, and then the therapist that may have tried to help him process what happened and, see him into jail and stuff. But...
Oh, yeah, just that.
I don't know what's going to be worse. And at the end, they only arrested him for the murder of the therapist, not his own daughter. So, once he's served his time in
extradition.
San Marie, he gets extradited back to the UK to be further arrested. And
I mean, there's with premeditation, he's getting life on San Marie.
That's true.
Yeah,
and I was going to say, that's got to be worse than prison in the UK, right?
I assume
Hot and sticky
so.
for a start.
Yes, true. I hadn't really, if I'm honest, spent a lot of time considering the conditions of prison
Haven't
on
you?
San
I
Marie.
think about it quite a lot when we watch this. What?
No, that...
Especially when the perpetrators are UK visiting people. I'm thinking,
As
you
they
have
so
made a
often
mistake
are.
here.
Our primary export is death. But yeah, also the younger wife then leaves the husband in the big reveal.
She does.
Gives him his ring back very politely and says, I never want to see you again. Which could be awkward for divorce court, but there you go.
You don't have to get divorced through a court now. You can go to mediation.
Her sister is going to get a bit of a shock when she gets home.
Yes. Yes. We do not know how she feels about her sister.
Not good, I'm guessing.
No. She can't exactly cut her off, though. Although people do now.
No,
They do.
It's irrelevant to the story.
Yeah. They already found out who done it.
They're not on San Marine, so we don't care.
So we have covered means, motive, opportunity, and solution.
Yes.
I feel like we've done that quite quickly today.
Yeah, well, it was relatively simple.
I liked it, I liked the whole thing. Apart from the amount of luck involved.
I know that the murders always feel a bit contrived and a bit over elaborate. This one felt stupid. Like, again, if he doesn't make those marks on her, they just go, well, she drowned.
Yeah.
And then we never hear of it. So he's overthought, but again, he's distressed and anxious. So maybe they've deliberately built that in. He was stupid because he was so anxious and stressed and panicky.
But it also relied a lot on luck, like of her going out to swim in the first place, like as in the sleeping pills not kicking in until she was already in the water, and then her deciding that she is too drowsy and coming back in around his bungalow.
Yeah, and again, him having this miraculous ability to shove her into the sea without being noticed in 3 minutes.
Yeah, and also remembering his glasses to take back to the table, which was his excuse for leaving.
Again, I don't think the writers have ever, this sounds really sinister, but have ever tried to shove a body into the sea. I haven't either.
If you're writing, though, maybe you should try and act it out to figure out if it makes sense.
I mean, at least go, she climbed up onto a jetty and passed out. Then you can just be like, he flipped her in. Yeah.
Do you know what? I really like the premise of this. I like the idea of the couple's retreat and being hidden secrets and so on. But the execution, I think, could have done with some work.
And again, I was going, well, maybe he was not thinking about it because he was so panicked. And I'm like, he had 2 days to premeditate this. So maybe...
Doesn't make any sense.
And again, I know they were right and it was one of the 4. But, like... This of all of them, like it's a beach. Like it could have been anyone. She could have actually, like, it just feels like they should have not just narrowed it down to the 4 people that she was therapizing. What if it was a disgruntled colleague?
She did have staff, didn't she?
Yeah.
And they talked about that, saying, oh, she was a really good boss and everyone really liked her.
That's what they would say. If I murdered my boss, I would definitely say they were really lovely and no one had a problem with them. I wouldn't be like, yeah, everyone hated them. Ugh.
Yeah. Well,
But that's just me.
Yeah.
I'm not a one-dimensional written character. Anywho, what did you rate this episode, Liv? I'm guessing it's going to be higher than I was initially expecting.
Yeah, I found it really difficult to rate because of the reasons that I've already said. But I will go for 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
Because I did like the whole idea of the thing.
Yeah.
Execution, not so much. Again, I'm not too fussed by the side quests. I'm finding them very predictable.
Yeah, I'm not really looking forward to seeing Selwyn try and make the team engage with the community more, because that's just going to be more of grumpy Mervin not really wanting to do it.
And also Solomon. I'm quite bored of him already.
Well, he's
I
gone.
would have much preferred it if he was a good brother and we could see the bond happening.
Yeah.
But they've created this tension and I don't like it.
Yeah, my theory where it's going to turn out he's not actually his brother feels like it's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen,
Yeah.
no.
I don't know.
What did you rate it, Ben?
Do you know what? Interestingly, I think I enjoyed this way more before I thought about it too much.
Yes.
So I'd rated it a very solid 6 non-existent alternative suspects out of 7.
Yeah.
Like, I really enjoyed the premise, I enjoyed the execution. I kind of ignored the subplot, so that's fine.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I think probably that is over generous, but I enjoyed it. The concept and everything was great. I felt a bit self-satisfied because I kind of predicted some of it.
Yeah.
And so that was nice. Because I early on I was like, well, that bingo ball will have been used to do the tide, as irrelevant as you think that was. So yeah, I think I probably was overly generous, but yeah, I have to stick to my 6 out of 7.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll be back on San Marie in a week, and I'm looking forward to it. I can't remember what the setup was for the next one.
No, neither can I. It doesn't really matter. We'll
No.
watch it all in.
Someone's going to die.
Yeah.
And then Mervin will figure out why and who did
Don't
it.
spoil it.
Is that a spoiler?
Yeah.
Well, and on that note, that's all, folks. If you are enjoying listening to our show, please take the time to rate and review us on your platform of choice. It would really help us out, and you'll be doing us a solid, and we say thank you in advance, so you have to do it now.
Thanks so much for listening. See you next time. Bye.
Toodles!